So this is a public record. We've been working on a situation with the rural municipality of Tache, Manitoba. Sent a FIPPA request on the 4th of April. It hasn't been responded to. Today is May the 16th, Friday. So we're just going to check in and see what we have to say about that.
Hello.
Good day. How's the bureaucratic superstore today?
It's Friday.
Oh, well, that's good news for you. Yeah. I'm just calling to follow up. I sent a FIPPA request on April 4th.
Okay.
It's 45 days, hasn't been responded to. It's registered to the CAO. So I can prove I sent it. Do you want to ask her if she's going to provide a response today?
Sure. And what was it regarding, sorry?
She'll know.
Okay. And it was sent April 4th. Okay, give me a couple minutes here.
Thank you.
Jeanette will be down shortly.
Thank you. 1902. Can I ask you, what's that book on the second shelf there?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Are you Andre?
I am. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
Just checking to see that you did receive this letter on April 4th. Okay.
Sure did.
It's also a FIPPA request. So where are we at? It's 45 days.
I responded to your FIPPA request. Those are all repetitious questions. I've responded. If you're not happy with my response, then you need to make that request with the ombudsman, which I also provided that information for you.
Okay, so that was the first FIPPA request. Are you playing stupid right now? Because you
If
seem.
you're gonna insult me.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking because I'm sending you emails and you're selectively responding. So everything is a FIPPA request. So the first FIPPA request you're talking about, you did respond to, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but you shouldn't be putting this on myself or Andre either. At least not without dignity.
Are you not Andre?
No, I'm not Andre.
Who are you?
I'm the administrator for Andre.
No, I'm only gonna deal with Andre.
Okay, this is being
I'm not-
recorded. This is being
sensitive.
recorded and it
That's
will
fine.
be posted publicly. So be careful what you're saying and doing because I'm here to hold the municipality accountable. Is that how you folks operate? Let's see where this is going to go. Bunch of cowards. All right. I guess this is public information too. Of course.
Are you wanting to discuss your matters with council?
Pardon?
Are you wanting to discuss your matters with council?
Well, I came here to talk. I'm sorry. Am I talking to the same person? Are you Jeanette?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I wrote the letters with you, and so far I've been corresponding with you. So, as far as I know, you're the appointed agent at this point to talk to.
Yes.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, and I've responded to your FIPPA request.
Okay.
Your
Let's-
secondary and
Let's
your
rewind
third-
and keep the peace here because that's important. If I seem frustrated, I think I'm the one that deserves to be frustrated here because I've done more than enough work to give you guys information to show you what you're doing is coercion and manipulation. And I shouldn't have to be doing that. You folks are responding selectively. So I'm doing multiple FIPPA requests. Yes, you did respond to one FIPPA request. I appreciate it. It brought us forward. It should have given you guys information. Like, you see the way I respond to the documentation you give me? It's full. It's thorough.
Are you recording me?
Yes.
Shut it off.
This is a public space. We can record anyone we want.
I don't
It doesn't
consent
matter.
to that.
You work for the public. Why I can walk in there. Anything that doesn't have a sign
I
that
am
doesn't say
following-
restricted.
I am following our municipal bylaws. I am following direction from council.
Right.
I have responded to your FIPPA request.
One of them,
No,
and
one
there's
of
been
them.
2 more since then.
It's repetitious information.
No,
Yes,
you're
it
not
is.
answering the questions. You guys are answering selectively to hide what you're doing.
That's your opinion.
And also,
I have offered you the ability to present your case in front of council, who makes the decisions, and you're refusing to do so.
I have been presenting in writing so the people can follow this process to watch the manipulation that the government is doing
That's your
instead of
opinion.
communicating with dignity, which is what you're not doing right now. Can you tell me honestly you've answered every question I've sent you?
Yes,
No, you have not, and I can prove it in writing.
that's your opinion.
Do you realize you just said that on camera when I have the entire thing documented?
Sir, sorry, you-
I'm not a sir. I am not a sir.
I'm sorry.
You'll call me sovereign. I am not a sir.
You know what?
A sir is a
If you're
slave
recording our
title.
permission right now, this is a municipal office. You have to respect that for sure, please. And don't raise your voice.
That's why I'm here, is to
Upset
respect the
us.
process
We're trying to do this
and to force you guys
with
to respect it too. Because what you guys are doing is all putting your tails between your legs and hiding behind this council bureaucratic nonsense when you in particular, I'm sorry that this is put on you. That's the role of the assistant, right? Like it is what it is. So you're the one that I've been forced to communicate with. Coming to council and talking to council, all of that should be done in writing. So you can't just brush it under the rug and pull people in.
I have asked you to come and present before council.
What does that do? What does that solve in the future if you guys try and pull this for other people that
Essentially-
don't have a voice?
Essentially, you're stating that they made a decision based without all information that they needed to arrive to that decision.
Correct.
So you need to present that to them.
Exactly.
I don't make.
We don't make the
That's what
decisions.
I've done to you in writing, in full, in context, with clarity. And you folks are giving me back very minimal stuff. And I'm proving, based on what you do give me, that what you're doing is manipulative.
That is your
And you
opinion, again.
So the
And
municipality
I-
still thinks that I owe you $4,000? Currently, that's your current
Where
position?
it stands, yes.
And so where does it go from here? And
Appeal it.
I've also
Appeal it
asked
to
you what bylaws authorize you to treat a charge or a bylaw charge as a sales invoice. Because when people get charged with things, they're not charged interest. Your behavior is a sales invoice. You created a charge based on something, and you're using manipulation and coercion, well, I'm not done, with $50 a month interest on a service that I didn't ask for. I didn't call 911. It wasn't even necessary. Not
Emergency
one.
response does not get asked.
And in the law that the Brandon FIPPA request responded to, he actually gave me some information on what law backs what you folks are doing. And in the law, it says it can be volunteer. So that's what I'm requesting is volunteer services. You don't need a firefighter to see something that they think is a concern to call in their own opportunity to make money.
You don't have the right to endanger other surrounding properties.
Do you see any
buildings,
endangerment in the disclosure you gave me here? There's no endangerment
Why are you
here.
yelling?
Sir, your
Why are
voice
you
come down.
yelling?
Wanna talk?
Because you guys have forced me to keep this on my mind and discern this for, what,
This is
7,
your
8
option.
months now?
This is your option. Appeal their decision to council.
That's right.
That is your option. Or pay the charges for our emergency response team.
What authorizes you to treat this as a sales invoice and charge interest, first of all? What written bylaw or nonsense can you provide to me that authorizes you to treat charges as sales invoices and charge interest?
I'll send you the excerpt of the bylaw that authorizes us to charge property owners that do not comply with bylaws and force emergency responders to their property, and we can charge that. And if it remains unpaid, it then gets added to your taxes. We have that authority under the Municipal Act.
So why did I have to come here to verbally ask you to do that when I've already asked you to do that in emails, which you've said you've already responded to
I
in
did.
detail? You have
I
not.
have.
I haven't received any bylaw information about.
I referenced the burning bylaw, which is located on our website.
You give me a link to the entire website that didn't reference anything.
Well,
You're gonna have to work a little harder if you want to take advantage of the people. Like, it is part of what you need to do. It is part of, I'm doing dignity. I'm trying to do this with dignity too. I'm trying to create a written record so that not just me, but the entire community, because I'm gonna print out a full booklet for people, and I'm gonna make it available on my sidewalk for people to take for free. So everyone's gonna read the entire, every single word, including video disclosure that I'm now starting to do. What I'm trying to do is hold the municipality accountable with dignity. What you folks are doing is cowardly and manipulative. I mean, yes, you're saying this is an option, but I don't appreciate having to be pulled into a meeting anyway when there was nothing that should have happened in the first place. I didn't call 911, and a firefighter who lives across the street didn't have the same impression of whoever made the phone call. I don't know if they need a few extra dollars in their pocket and they're just making a phone call to give themselves some work.
those are slanderous allegations. that
Well,
you're
I'm
making.
quite sure whoever made the phone call is a firefighter. So they're probably the first ones at the fire hall putting on the thing before the call even comes in, putting the money in their pocket. For what? Not one fire truck entered the property. There wasn't even a reason for
Sir,
people to enter
sir,
the property.
That is your opinion.
Yes, and I'm also requesting the fire chief to come to my property so I can talk and so we can avoid this confusion in the future. What have you responded on that note that I've asked from the beginning of the correspondence, right from the first letter? I've requested a consultation from the municipality so that I can solve these challenges for the
Your
future.
option is to appeal the decision of
That doesn't
council
take a
at
look at my
council.
yard.
That is your option.
That's that situation.
They can-
What
they
I'm
can
saying
act
now
on
is,
range. They
for
can
the
do
future, can't you? If I'm coming to you,
that. I don't appeal decisions.
Exactly.
No, that's not
this,
my
okay, here, side note.
That's not my
That's that. Now, I'm saying I want the fire chief to come to my yard so I can talk about constructing a fire pit that's acceptable, that none of your
I'm
fire
not
gang thugs are gonna.
I'm not
Excuse me,
comfortable-
I'm
not
sorry,
comfortable
you raised your
sending
voice
an
enough
employee
here.
To walk into a situation like this. I'm not
Yes,
comfortable.
yes,
They walk
feel
into
safe.
enough dangerous situations.
Danger,
This does not. feel like
danger.
it's
I'm
dangerous.
accountable too. Hello, come on. Take the tail out between your legs, folks. I'm accountable too. Come on now, come on. I'm holding you accountable. No, I don't. This is public property. I don't need to leave.
You're not talking
I'm
to-
requesting the fire chief to come to my property so I can
Option
talk
is to
about
come in to speak to
constructing.
council, present your findings, and they will make a decision for you, sir. That's enough said, please. Thank you.
That's not good enough because I want the responses in writing so the people can follow this and they can watch the manipulation that takes place in this
In videos you request
municipality.
right now, I'm telling you your option is to come in front of council and speak your findings to them, and they will make the final decision. That's what we need to do. She doesn't make the decisions at all. We don't. We work for the municipality, but they will be able to make you a decision. So that'll be your choice, your option.
I already plan on attending some council meetings just to observe.
No problem at all. That's for the public.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and make public records.
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
But I still need a response to my FIPPA requests. I
I'll
still.
make sure that she follow up with you with the, she promised you the bylaw.
Who are you? Are you Kenneth?
No, I'm not.
Who are you? If you're talking to me, you work for the government, tell me who you are. Your first name's fine. Your first name's fine.
Jorge.
Jorge? Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm not done. I want a response to my FIPPA requests.
I think what I have to do.
Today is the 45. Today's.
Okay, I'm speaking.
Yeah. Okay, Jorge.
You have to be respectful yourself.
Okay,
myself as
Jorge.
well. If you want to continue talking to
Go
me.
on.
Okay? We have given you what we can right now at this point. The only choice and option is in coming in front of council. They will hear you out, your findings, whatever you need to, and they will proceed from there.
Has council read all of the I shouldn't need to come and repeat verbally what I'm taking the immense time and energy to articulate with clarity in writing. So the council has it. Give me a response at this point. Based on what you've said, Andre, we appreciate that you've done all this effort, Andre. We see where you're coming from, Andre. But I put it in writing. What you tell me they don't have a lot of time in there. So from my perspective, I'm doing you a favor by allowing you to administratively review this with clarity and context in writing, right? So that you can just respond in writing as well. If you need to verbally give me the response in a meeting, perhaps we could figure that out. But you need to respond. I'm giving you all the everything I need to say about this. And more, because I'm forcing you to give me more information and statements so that we can all have clarity. Even the firefighters admit in their statements that it initially looked like this. If you had any idea what that woman caused on that property and the mess that I had to clean up every single day from their animals,
So
you would know.
That would form part of your appeal.
I put it in my letters. I put it in here for the council to read, and you folks are not responding.
They've seen it.
So where's the response?
The option is for you, the response was the option for you to come
That was
and
before.
discuss it.
That was before. You
No,
haven't
that
sent me
remains-
another response since
That
then.
remains the same, because it's repetitious.
You haven't told me anything about that. All you've done is given me more information that validates my case, and you folks are still just sitting here dormant. Yes, I apologize for tail between the legs comments, but at a certain point, it gets to a point where it's like, come on, people. Remember when we used to just play in the playground as preschool kids and we'd figure out our problems like that?
We're not kids anymore.
Well, we should be doing better, shouldn't we? We grow up and then we lose our ability to communicate.
We responded to your questions.
Not fully.
Your next step is to go to the ombudsman office, so please do that.
For
if
what?
You're unhappy.
For what? This is a
You're
new.
complaining that we're not.
This is a
answering
new
your
FIPPA
questions.
request.
It's repetitious.
It's not.
It is.
It's asking you for answers that you
That
haven't
is your
provided.
opinion.
Why aren't you providing all the
That
answers?
is your opinion. I am providing you as much information as I'm able to.
What prevents you from providing full information?
She has provided.
I have.
How do you know?
We've disclosed
We
just
just
as
mentioned
much
you
as.
receive a link from the website, so you do.
Yeah, but
if you
how
wanna
do
put the
how do
words-
you know? Have you been watching this process from the beginning? Then don't engage, because she's the only one that would know fully what's going on. If you're here to keep the peace, that's fine,
Yeah.
Jorge. I am too, essentially. I'm just frustrated with this.
I
I'm
understand.
way past this, and at a certain point, when you take it to beyond what's reasonable and what could be described as with dignity, you guys kind of deserve some discernment. You really do.
Respectfully, Andre, if you follow up what she has been said before to you before, he said we have given you the option to come in front of council to plead your case.
That was before.
An appeal is still up for.
Yeah.
It's still a pending.
I wasn't informed of that
Pending
until
offer.
just now. I had to come here to.
No, that's.
No, I was
that's in
not.
the email.
I was not re-informed of that until just now. You offered that at the beginning. My response to you was, I appreciate that, but I don't want to be called into a meeting to beg or plead a case for something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I would rather put it in writing, is what I told you, so that everybody could follow it. Everything is clear. They can read it. They can have a clear understanding of
They have seen all of the
everything.
documents. They have sure
Okay,
have.
so they haven't instructed you to do or say anything
No.
at this point?
No.
So what? Just
Your
keep.
option is to appeal the decision of council at a council.
For
meeting.
how long would this go on before you would make your next move? Like, do you guys want? Why don't
To
you?
give you an opportunity to go in council. It's
How
been
long would you
available
keep-
to you for 3 months
How long would you keep sending sales invoices with interest before?
until you give us until you appeal that decision and give us a reason.
So
to
for 4 or
reverse the
5 years, you
decision.
just keep putting $50 a month interest for years?
It ends up on your tax account.
Yeah, and how would that happen? for something, because usually when you make a claim, it has to be justified, and there's an opportunity for court before you can follow through.
That's your
with
court.
This
That is
isn't
your
court.
It's, well, they're the governing body that enact municipal bylaws.
Yeah, who's their authority? The actual justice
province.
system.
The province.
Right. So that's what I'm saying is we need a third-party mediator here if you
Well,
folks
then-
can't find your
submit a
dignity and
claim.
communicate.
Then submit a claim.
Well, you're the one who made the claim. I'm not going to spend
No,
time
you
and
made-
money
you
on some.
You actually made the claim when you decided to burn garbage on your property and.
You're still saying I was burning garbage? Do you have proof of that?
That's the information that I have. That's the proof I was.
And out of
given by the
everything
fire
I've given you,
department.
you're still saying I was burning garbage?
Mhm.
I have photo and video of the ground.
So do they.
Yeah. So what?
What do you mean? So?
Tiny little pieces of garbage on the outside after a cleanup? What?
And statements from firefighters that's. what
Yeah, I
they
read the
observed.
statements. They said
There
at first appearance it looked like this, so they probably realized that they were mistaken. I read their statements. Did you?
Yes, I sure did.
Yeah.
I provided them to you.
Yeah. Did you read them carefully?
So are you asking for an opportunity to present your case in front of council or not? Yes or no? That is absolutely available to you, and that is the route to take.
Could you send me an email saying that, please?
Well, I have, but
A refreshed
I can
email,
do that, sure,
including
absolutely.
specifically the bylaws that relate to the authority you claim to charge and treat bylaw claims as sales invoices with interest. So not just a general link, but specifically within the act that talks about that, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Okay, and then I'll respond and let you know about the meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
we're good for today?
It's up to you.
It is up to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.